All right, we are starting streaming. So let's see here. I should be bringing this up, and it should start. And I'm going to pop out chat. Where the frick? All right, and start. Yep, I'm getting audio and I'm getting video. Just make sure in the community that they're hearing and seeing us okay. We're just getting up if the live audience is with us already. Has anybody said anything in chat?
No. Do I need to refresh or what?
I'm just saying, can you hear us and see us okay? So I just hit a chat. Hopefully you guys will see that chat pop up. Anybody?
I see
Bueller?
you says, can you hear us and
right,
see
good.
us okay?
I got
So-
nothing over here.
Can you help him? We're getting up and running, guys. All good here, says Greg Bunomo. Thanks for using your name, Greg, in the chat so we know Harley Holmes. Kevin can hear and see. Kevin Dozpot. Yep, good. All right. We're just getting Oscar up and running here to make sure he can get in the chat. You should have saw the video play with that link, and then you would pause it and put it on.
It's his, he's got to turn his hotspot on.
Oh,
No, it's on. So, where is it?
Turn it off and turn it back on.
yeah, sometimes you have to turn it on so your computer picks it back up, the hotspot.
Oh.
All right, so we're just getting up and running, guys. Just bear with us, and we will get this show on the road. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'll have to show these alerts in a minute. Is this open? Yeah, good. Okay, got that. Bear with us. We're just working with...
I'll get it here.
Well, you got to turn your Wi-Fi off. You got to connect to this thing.
I know. It'll go.
We're working on it, guys. We're working.
There it is. Got it. All right. It'll go.
All right. You think he's good there, Lurch?
Yeah. I think I had the same issue last time.
Look at him with a laptop and everything.
All fancy. I
Looking
can't
all
use it.
Fancy
But
dancy. Yeah. Amazing.
Yep, looks like he's up and running.
All right. Look at you.
So I can just leave the video on. It didn't even,
No, stop the video because you don't need it.
It didn't pop up anyway.
Oh, it should have. But
I don't know.
all right. Good for Oscar. Yay, Oscar did it. As long as you can see chat, bro.
Yeah, I got it.
And yeah.
Yep, he's working.
Okay, very good. Thanks for being here, live audience. And we got, Justin. That's Oscar. Oscar in the house.
In the hizzle, shizzle, nizzle.
In the shizzle. All right. Let's go ahead and make sure we got levels good. We've been here all day filming. Started early this morning, so get done with dinner and we're getting out here, and looks like the tech is up. So let's do this thing. Give me a mic check.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Test. All right, boys. Here we go. We got people rolling in the chat. That's good. All right. 3 Roses on Ice, live on YouTube, and live PD on the tube. What more could I want, Brian
Wow.
Ranger?
That's
Nice.
multitasking. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no doubt,
I've had
man.
4 roses. I'm not sure if I had 3 roses. I'm going to have to Google that.
You might have to. All right, let's do this. An email from Tony Despain. I recently have been updating my wife's 2018 Heritage Softail with Zero 3D products. I recently purchased the Fang LED turn signals for the rear in chrome and the fronts in black, and I thought they were the same. It turns out that the front or 2 filaments, not single like the rear. I guess the front's okay. Yeah, it makes sense. I immediately on Sunday night at 8 o'clock emailed Big Daddy Kane. Immediately he got back to me to explain what I needed to do and what I did wrong, and to go ahead and package it back up and send it back for a full refund. Instead of saying, it's your problem, you guys took the product back and gave me a full refund today, January 10th. I just ordered the front Fang LEDs. I ordered the right ones this time. This is why I love Law Abiding Biker. You guys fixed my mistake. no questions asked, and it is without a doubt that this small group of bikers run company have more customer service than any other big department online. Hell of a lot better than dealing with Harley Davidson. Keep up the good work, and this is why I am a top tier patron, Jason Despain. That, guys, means the world to everybody here at Law Abiding Biker Media, because we know that you have a lot of options online to buy from ambiguous motorcycle parts dealers. But we appreciate that you appreciate that there's a face behind and there's a personality and people that care behind the Law Abiding Biker brand, that we're not just out to sell you stuff. And we really do, within reason, want to help bikers to the best of our ability. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, once you've had Rick Rack, you'll never go back. The ultimate motorcycle luggage rack solution. Forget those messy straps and bungee cords. Go strapless with a Rick Rack quick attach luggage system and quality bag. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Get hooked up now.
Rick Rack.
Rick Rack. Hey, Bikeaholics. Zero3D has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley-Davidson and brand new line for your Honda Goldwing named Gold Strike.
He likes the gold.
He likes the gold. Affordable chrome lighting and cover products and CAN bus made simple with the plug-and-play lighting systems. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of Zero3D products. You just heard about him from Jason Despain there. What do you say we ramp this thing up, boys?
Let's do it.
I need to wet my whistle.
I'm ready to rock.
We got a good time for you guys in this show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's highly likely that we'll get off track.
It's almost guaranteed.
Guaranteed, especially.
I don't think this time we're going to. I think it's going to be different.
It won't. We're live, dude.
Oh, yeah. Good
But
point.
yes.
Shit, we're already off track.
It never works when we're live. Welcome back, you freaking bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority, the big MM, also known as the
99%.
large and in charge of the motorcycle scene more than any time in history. That's right. You better know that by being involved. You are part of what we call
The Biker Revolution.
You heard it, hashtag Biker Revolution. We want to get started here, but before we get started, we just have one question for you. What are you waiting for, Bikeaholics?
Mount up and let us take you on another wild-ass ride.
That's right. You heard it right there from none other than Lurch. Welcome back. Ryan Erlacher here, your host of the Law Abiding Biker podcast, of course, and your
high-tech redneck.
Damn it. See, I'm not. I can't remember.
There you go. Lurch in the house, and of course, Oscar in the house. Happy to have Oscar and Lurch both in the house.
I'm just happy to be here.
We get Oscar here every once in a while, and we appreciate him putting in the time and effort. He helped us film today. He came over a little about mid-afternoon and helped us film some stuff. I don't know if we'll have time to really talk about that kind of stuff because we do have a full episode. I do want to mention really quick, this is really cool. You guys get to see this live. This is a live patron-only private broadcast with chat that we're chatting back and forth. And if you want to get hooked up with that, you got to become a mid-level or above patron, guys. You all know how to do that by now. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon. Get signed up at that mid-level, and you'll get to see a whole bunch of stuff. This will come out in regular podcast format, of course, at some point down the road, but we're batch processing now, and it may be months. So these patrons get these live broadcast, months ahead of everybody else. And even if you don't catch it live, you can still get in your patron account, and it's still there. So you'll still be able to watch the podcast or just set your phone down and listen to it. It's up to you, but it is a video broadcast. So you can get in your patron account, and it's there for you. If you can't get it that day, you can get it the next. There's a whole bunch of benefits to doing that. So I want to thank the following, and this is from a top-tier patron, just as the kind of community, and we get sent stuff, and I don't always get to announce it. I thank the person, of course, but I like to announce it when I can, and so thank you. He sent this out of his hard-earned money. He bought us. This is Robert Taylor, and you guys can see the box. Well, you can't. Let me switch cameras here. I'll show you guys this because it's kind of cool. So this is the box. We just got this in yesterday. This is from Robert Taylor. He is a top-tier patron, and he went out and literally went to his Harley dealership, and he got shirts, and I haven't even looked at them. I'm actually opening this live. So
Nice.
I'll throw this box down. So look at that. It's in a tube. It's like a shirt in a tube, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
Lurch here, or one of you guys open that up, and I'll switch the camera to you in a minute. Then I want to see these other one. Is this mine? Is this large?
That's one. Yeah, that's yours.
I just want to mention that I'm the only one around here that wears a large.
Because you're tiny.
Because I have a
Yeah.
It's my girlish figure.
Kids large from Baby Gap.
It's my
Yeah.
girlish figure.
Oh,
So-
no. You got the size wrong. It's a schmedium.
Oh, it's a So I'm opening this up, and I'll just show you guys these real quick. Then we'll get into the episode. But he got some for me, for Lurch, for Big Daddy. Very cool, very cool. V twin powered, speed and power. That's a money shirt right there. Ooh, I like that he got me colors because my wife's tired of me just wearing black shirt. She wants me to wear some colors. Look at that.
Those are
Ooh,
nice.
dude. That's bad. You're not on camera. I'll have to switch it. There you go. That one's. Look at that, dude.
That's a nice shirt.
Hope that's my size, dude.
Oh,
Oh, dude, that's the XL, but that's all right.
yes.
That's for you.
Man size shirt.
Let me toss
Throw
it
it on over.
Let me toss it over.
Give me the man size shirt.
Let's do this. Yeah, I think it is an XL, but that's cool. And this one here is blue, and it is a 2XL. So that's,
Big Daddy.
That's going to be for Big Daddy. That's a badass shirt. I like them all. I'm just teasing.
Yeah,
about
that is a badass shirt.
But very good, Robert Taylor and Lurch. Let me switch and go ahead, hold that shirt up. Let the audience see that.
Which one?
Either, both. I don't care.
This was the large for you. This is a good looking shirt.
Oh, Morant. More. How do you say that? More than a machine. Okay, I see how. Sorry, I need my glasses. More than a machine. Yeah, nice. Milwaukee, Wisconsin Museum. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, I'm just setting those back up there. But thank you. That's the kind of community.
Right on the microphone. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah,
Dumb.
dude, we need to be careful with this microphone. It was acting up.
Oh,
All right.
true.
no, you just broke it.
All right, so thank you very much, and we get sent stuff, and we so much appreciate that. And I try to talk him out of. He's emailing me, and he's like, "No, I'm getting them for you, damn it." So tell me your size. All right, I'll give them to you. So thank you so much for that. Real quick, and then we'll get right in the episode. Let me tell you what today's episode is about. We're going to get deep into it. You guys may have seen my YouTube video that I put out, getting tons of hits, tons of comments. Ask Lurch. He helps me field the comments. It's insane. But it's on the new 2019 first electric motorcycle by Harley-Davidson. It's called the Livewire. We're going to get into it deep. I express a lot of that stuff on that YouTube video. If you want to hit that up on the YouTube channel, subscribe while you're over there, of course. Putting out tons as we ramp up the YouTube channel. It keeps growing. I think we just turned 70K subscribers or something close to that. But check that video out. That's what we're going to talk about. And we're going to break it down a lot more and give you our thoughts. And we want to hear the community's thoughts, the people that are live with us in the patron group. We want to hear your thoughts too as we get in a little bit deeper to this discussion. You see what I'm wearing right here? And you guys are getting it because this podcast won't come out quick enough. We've already announced it in the Facebook group. This podcast won't be out for the regular audience in time. So you're probably be some of the only people that get these. And we've sold them before, but we sell t-shirts all year around in the store, but we just weren't selling enough sweatshirts and t-shirts or mechanic shirts, and our stock is limited on the amount of space we have. So we discontinued them, but we do bulk orders. And so right now, Big Daddy Kane, can you see if you can find that in the store and post it in the group, Lurch?
Yep.
Just go to the store, clothing, but he's doing a pre-order for a couple weeks, and they're on the mechanic shirt. So many of you in the private Facebook group have asked for them, the community, that we're doing a batch of these. So yeah, get hooked up. We posted in the private Facebook group. I think there's a link in there too to the shirt. If you want to get in on this, again, we won't probably do another one for who knows a year. So if you ever wanted a law-abiding biker shirt, and I'll turn around real quick.
Oh, yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
can see that it's got the logo on the back there for the camera, that it has the regular and the biker media up front, just like the T-shirts, but it is a pretty high-quality mechanic shirt. So we'd like to get that in your hands if you're interested in that. And I think Big Daddy even put a code or something in the private Facebook group to get a discount or a regular patron code, something like that if I remember
Oh,
right.
it wouldn't let me put the link.
Oh, I'll have to approve it.
Yeah. If you
I'm
see it.
surprised. Yeah. Usually I have to prove links. Anyways, just it's in the Law Abiding Biker store. You must be signed in under you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to take that restriction off. I think I can take that off for you, but not right now. So, all right. So let's look at this. Moving on, Justin. What's going on in that group there?
I was asking Russ how the trucking was. The
Oh,
trucking
yeah.
business.
Yeah.
We've been discussing the damn sucky temperatures.
Yes.
And,
yes. Around
then,
here.
Then Greg threw out that it was in the 70s, and like that's BS. I'm jealous.
You know what? We appreciate our sponsors. These are also sponsors of this episode. Mention them, Matt.
Oh, sorry, I was looking
that's
at
or
my,
Oscar, either or.
Oh, go ahead, Matt.
All right, we've got John Lee Coons of Lexington, South Carolina, Phil Bungo of Brunswick, Ohio, and Richard Swain Jr. of Williamsport, Maryland.
Oscar.
Larry Walters of Walled Lake, Michigan, LeVar Miller of Eufaula, Oklahoma, and Derek Hainsworth of Mooresville, Indiana.
Nice. Thank you so much. lawabidingbikers.com/Patreon is how you get hooked up. And you already know, because we've already talked about just some of the benefits that you get, the live broadcast and all that. T-shirt, stickers, access to our premium videos. It's all over there, guys. And we're really trying to ramp it up here in 2019 as we continue to try to grow this thing and continue to grow the biker revolution. So with that said, let's get right into it. I already mentioned the Harley Livewire. Again, if you haven't seen the video on YouTube, you guys watched it, right? I did that video on my own. I did my own research.
Hey, some of the guys said you're not showing up on the camera.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. I haven't switched the camera. Thanks. Appreciate it. See, there you go. That's the audience helping.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks, fellas.
There you go. All right. I needed to switch the camera back. I had it on guest only. So, but the Livewire motorcycle, I did the YouTube video on it. These guys watched it. I kind of educated myself before I have to do a lot of research to really try to relay the information that I think is appropriate that the biker community needs to do. And it was interesting, not to bash some other videos, but I was looking, I'm just like, some of these guys just like literally sit in front of their laptop and they do a screenshot and they go, oh, here's the new Livewire. And they scroll around the website and click on what I'm like, I'm pretty sure bikers can do that on their own. So I do it different than everybody else. And I put a little music and action and get you pumped a little bit. I try to, and I try to do the talking head and give you what I think that a biker would actually want to know. You can all go to the frickin' Harley website, and that's what multiple channels did. And I'm like, that's just boring. It's like 20 minutes of them surfing a website. So I tried to break it down and just give the high points of what, so I hope it seems like it was appreciated because that video is blowing up, and I try to do it different than some of the other channels out there. But that's what makes Lab, and that's what makes them. So I'm certainly not bashing them. All right, so we will break it down. Some of the things we're going to talk about, and we want to get your guys' opinion too as we move on here. But I did an article on the website, and let me just get that up and going so we can hit some high points there. And this was a private Facebook video from YouTube. So this is patron comments, and I want to go through some of these. Let me log in here to the old book face. I'm in the book face. And this is the private group. Well, it's supposed to be. Why did it not go through?
Oh.
Let me see if I can do it again. It's supposed to take us to that. Yeah, see, it's supposed to take us to that post. So I uploaded the same video in the private Facebook group that I did on YouTube. And these are some of the comments. I'm just going to go through the comments a little bit, and then it'll spur some, and then we'll dive in. So we're going to dive into what the bike's about. And I know Oscar will bring in some technical stuff on that too. Like this, it's really fucking fast.
Oh yeah, that's technical.
They're very technical. But is this the right move for Harley? What's the community think? If you guys read some of the YouTube, it goes extreme one way and the other. And where we think they're going in the future, and does it affect current production and all that kind of stuff. And we might even get into marketing and how they're still kind of failing there. Really, we can take it anywhere we want. So. Do you want to read some of these real quick and just you don't have to read all of them, but skim through them and see some of the comments that the patrons made when I posted this video.
One of the comments we have from Larry Daniels Sr. is very interesting. I heard 30K. If that's true, I'll buy a hot trike first.
So $30,000 is what it's priced at. So keep moving on.
For the price, it wouldn't be worth it to me, but I'd use a late model CVO Street Glide if I had 30K to play with. Might be interested if it was in Sportster price range, but not as a primary bike. No way would I get rid of my 88 FXRS for this.
Thanks, Tom Forrest. Mark Arnold says, I'm not personally interested in electric motorcycles or vehicles at this time. Between my bike and car, I put on way too many miles to be held down by the constraints of charging stations and short travel distances. When technology reaches a level where they can make a touring model that can compete with my gasoline bike for distance and luggage capacity, I will consider it, but not at today's price. The infrastructure has a lot of catching up to do before these are more than just commuter bikes, and they need to make an electric bike that sounds like a Harley, not a turbine engine. Mark Arnold, amazing community member.
Yeah, right.
Very involved.
That's a good point.
Those kind of comments right there are just well thought out and put together, and just you're like, yeah, that just well put together, man. So there, I love all the comments, but Mark's, obviously very involved and has a lot to offer.
Wait, we
so-
got to read Matt Pass's comment.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Skip
'cause-
down to it. Go ahead.
He said, I'd have to put a sound system that sounds like exhaust.
LOL. But I'd own one if I could afford to collect. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But the speaker would draw too much power and it would kill the bike and you wouldn't be able to go anywhere.
That's true.
So
True.
you'd be
cut the miles
stuck
in half.
your garage.
You need a separate battery for the sound system to make
So we
the
appreciate that,
motorcycle
Matt.
sounds.
Yeah.
No doubt, man. No doubt. I thought I had a link in here too for up here directly to the Harley side. It's not like I can't find it anyways. We'll go through some of the specifications, but thank you. And let's just scroll down. So the bottom, Ross Tomes, a $30,000 flashlight with wheels. No thanks. Too many other real motorcycle options for that price, and they're funny, but good comment. There's another article. I didn't get to read that. And I think we got John Beasley. All I want to know is how far I can go while I'm riding. It's neck for top speed. Where in Western Australia can I charge it? Yeah, I don't know. And if you had that thing top speed, it's got a 100-mile range, I think, 110-mile range. That's at urban. They say that's in an urban testing environment. So city stop and go. If you had that thing at 70 or 80 on the freeway, yeah, you'll be like 50, 60 miles. It just
Maybe they could put a giant solar fairing on it so it would charge as it goes.
Yeah,
What-
some people talk about that kind of technology, and the drone industry is looking at some of that. It's not there yet.
No, I mean, like tape some big solar panels down.
Just
Well,
mount
right.
it to your helmet and right on down
Right.
the road, plug yourself in.
Or a trailer with solar panels, bro.
That'd be sweet too. Why you
I'm-
got to be like that?
I'm going to Harley
Jeez, we're
Davidson,
trying to save the planet.
and I'm
bunch of
going.
crap.
You ain't saving no planet.
You know what?
Dude.
I'm leaving.
You're not saving it.
I don't know about if that battery's going to be saving anything.
Well, yeah, how much
You
is
got to
lithium?
recycle that stuff.
I heard we're out of lithium. Like we can't mine any more lithium.
Seriously.
Yeah, right. But
Wow.
I was full of shit earlier, so I could be.
That could be completely false.
Yeah, Oscar earlier at dinner said all skippers in the United States had the skippers chain went out of business. They went out of business here, and so I believed him hook, line, and sinker that skipper. And I go, really? There's none left in the United States anywhere? No, they went out of business. They only sell clam chowder in the store sometimes.
Yeah,
And then
it's still true.
Matt's over there, and he just gets his phone out and Googles, and he goes, dude, there's a Skipper's an hour away from us. Just
Hey,
Tri-Cities.
hey, he hasn't been there. He doesn't actually know if that's open. That could be a shadow website.
So I tend to believe Oscar, and
Yeah.
I don't. I'll still believe.
Well,
you,
now I
bro.
know he's full of shit. So be careful what you
That's
believe.
true. I make up a lot of stuff.
It's
Sorry,
true.
guys.
It's true. All right. Yeah, and we can get into that. Let's write that. We'll talk about actual. What do we want to call that? Like
Environmental impacts.
Environmental. Okay. All right. Environment. Let me know if any good comments pop up too. So let's talk about this bike. It is going for $30K. And if you guys want to jump in too.
We will.
All right. It is going for
you,
$30K.
you are the host.
Well, I know, but sometimes I'd like to hear what you guys have to say on stuff like this, or if you know specs or stuff like that. $30K. Here's one thing I want to say is I think it was unfair, and some of the comments, and I got out ahead of it because I knew it was going to be. I had seen some other comments. There has been the Zero motorcycle, and it's been out for a while, and it would be your right head to head with the live wire, so to speak. I don't think it's fair to compare it to the live wire, and I say it in my video, and here's why. Zero motorcycles are a bit cheaper, but they kind of snooker you, for lack of a better word, or what am I trying to say? They kind
They
of
hoodwink you?
hoodwink me. They hoodwink you.
Good word. Nice.
They put a base price, but then if you want the bigger batteries and you want to go farther and you want this kind of charging port and all this, they start jacking all this stuff on. So you're up around over 20 grand. I will tell you that I've looking at the live wire, I actually tested a Zero bike on the police course one day. They brought them out for us to try to test them. These things are not made to the quality. I'm not saying they're a bad bike. They feel like a cheaper made bike. I'm not saying they're crap or they're not good, but it's not fair to head to head with the live wire. I just don't think that's a fair comparison because they're cheaper because they're made cheaper. The live wire is made a lot more solid with a lot more solid parts. Some of the components they're using in there is a lot better components than like the brakes that they're using for the Zero and stuff like that. The Zero doesn't even have dual front disc brakes. So you got to really break it down and look at what they're putting into this bike. It's $30,000 is still expensive. I'm not mitigating that. I'm just saying don't compare the Zero to the live wire.
Apples and oranges.
Apples and oranges. But I think now that they came out with this, I think that's going to bump Zero's game to go, okay, if they can get $30K for that, we're going to make one just as good for just under that or around it, you know, and we're going to put better components in our bike. But I did test one, and electric bikes are a whole different game.
Would you like an update on how much lithium is left in the world?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
According to
We got Google over here. Is this the Pedia Wiki?
this is in USA Today.
Is this
so
on the Tube U?
This is from August 2016, so a few years old. But it says, from where everyone is standing right now, it may seem that the world's got a fair amount of lithium. According to global estimates by the U.S. Geological Survey, there's enough lithium in the world, 3.5 million metric tons of it, to last us over 350 years in batteries.
Boom. We're almost out.
350 years?
That was
Oscar,
2 years ago.
We've only got 345 years
I know,
to go.
but it's actually accelerating because we're making more batteries every year. You guys don't even know
That's
what you're talking
twice.
about.
Oscar is the false Wikipedia. If you want the wrong answer, then you search for Oscar's version of Wikipedia.
It's because I want you guys to do your own research. I'm tired of being right all the time.
Oh my God, dude. Let's go through the specs of this thing as in the interest of time and moving along. So Zero, you can jump in on this. Why don't you jump in on some of the specs here, Oscar?
0 to 60 in under 3.5 seconds.
What do you think of that?
That's respectable.
Yeah, that's...
Get instantaneous power the moment you twist the throttle. No clutch release, of course, because it's electric bike, guys. No gears to run through. All you do is flick your wrist and take off. And Oscar flicks his wrists every morning and every night. And so he's got good
Wait,
wrist.
but you know, wait.
And
go
he's
back to that.
ambidextrous.
One for me. One,
You know what?
two for me.
Don't knock Pamela Henderson or Handra Bullock. No, but don't,
I hadn't heard either one
All
of
right,
those.
one for you.
Two, actually.
yeah, it's even. We're tied. Think about that. Instantaneous power is kind of the new theme, right? Everyone wants something, you know, like that's where we are with everything.
Immediate
gratification. Yeah. Handra gives me a lot more immediate gratification than Pamela. But either way, that fits with the times.
The nice thing is you get with the electric bike, if you haven't ridden one, guys, and I have, it is pretty cool. And I'm not saying I'm for it and that I'm jumping on the electric bandwagon. Please, I'm just saying I'm taking it for what it is. And if you're going to talk electric bikes, let's just talk about them, okay? And it is cool feeling when you romp that throttle and you get 100% of torque instantly. There's no lag. Those things take off like a turbine. I mean, they're amazing, and they'll throw you back. So they're kind of cool that way. So let's move on down and
Ross,
let's talk.
Ross says live wire spelled backwards is, dude, can I get a jump?
Yeah, no doubt, dude. I've seen some of Ross's comments. I don't think he's for the live wire. I'm just gonna let you know. Ross is not afraid to say his opinion. I like that. Okay.
It's funny, some of the comments on the video that you put out there on YouTube. It's like
There's
It's like-
hundreds and hundreds.
But it's like HD went to all electric bikes.
right.
We
Yeah,
stopped making
right.
the internal combustion engine, and everything is going to be an electric motor from now
And
on.
you're all screwed.
Some-
We're not
some
even going
people
to
are just
service.
freaking
and
out.
We're not even making parts for the gas bikes
Yeah, it's
anymore.
over.
You know,
It's over. 2019.
It's the
no
end
parts.
of the world
Yeah.
symptom, or you know what I mean?
It's just an option.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean everything's going electric.
Ironically enough, internal combustion engine technology is taking off. Mazda's making a new motor that
What do you mean?
I can't remember the name of the technology, but you know,
They
like
found a way to improve it?
yeah, the efficiency in internal combustion engines low, and Mazda's making is like 15% better.
No.
So that's pretty good.
Does that mean more
We're-
horsepower? Just more efficiency?
more
What,
efficient?
All
Just
the
more-
above?
Yeah, more efficient, better fuel economy.
I went diesel, and I'm never going back.
Amen, brother. Give me one of these right
Ah,
here.
I don't have a diesel.
I know.
Well, you also wear a medium.
These guys are rich in their big diesel pickups and stuff. I drive a old 2003 GMC Yukon with 200,000 miles on it. These guys got their new $80,000 pickups they're driving.
You got a
over
Hyundai
here.
Elantra, don't you?
Yeah, I do. My wife has a Honda, and I have motorcycles though, so that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
but yeah, I drive an old vehicle. Yeah, so let's talk about range. Do you want to talk about anything about the rest of the specs of it, dude?
I mean,
before we do range, before we get into that, the Livewire comes with 3.5 seconds, right? Top speed of 110 miles an hour. We didn't mention that. Let me make this bigger. We didn't say that. A top speed of 110, you get that instant torque. They're calling it the Harley-Davidson Revelation Permanent Magnet Electric Motor. Again, 100% of its torque instantly. Some of the other features, and again, I talk about this, the way the bike's set up is it's got the motor on the bottom, which looks pretty cool. But where all your motor and your V-twin would normally go, that is the huge ass battery box of lithium batteries. Your battery cell basically takes up the majority of the bike, but the motor sits down low there. It comes with Brembo monoblock 4-piston brake calipers, and again, I said dual caliper up front. And additionally, the Livewire is equipped with Showa monoshock on the rear and Showa inverted front forks on the front. Both are adjustable, which is cool for rider comfort and performance. Has a cast aluminum frame. It's extremely rigid, they say, and that contributes, this is straight from Harley, contributes to its precise responsive handling.
Oh.
Comes with
that's the shit right
stock
there.
ABS and traction control.
And traction control is something Harley's really behind the
They've
times.
and this is exciting.
Yeah.
Not because it's an electric bike, but it's the first bike that Harley has introduced traction control on, because Beamer's been doing it for a while. And I
don't know how I feel about that.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
You would feel really good about it if you don't go down because of it.
Yeah. And traction control saved my ass on several
You didn't know
occasions.
about it on your car either. Imagine the first cars, right? And I didn't either. The first few cars I got with traction control, I was like, our patrol cars and stuff.
Those
I was like,
sucked because, that you'd try to cut a median and
correct.
You'd spin a tire and it'd dump all the power and everything.
You'd floor it. And
that
you'd be
first
like going,
generation of traction control was shit.
Yes.
It was terrible.
So remember, we didn't fully accept that in cars, let alone motorcycles. I get it, dude. I'm like you, and I'm a little bit old school.
Man.
Well, nice thing is Beamer, you can turn it off, right?
Yes.
So,
So your Beamers that you have right now have traction control?
his
They have
police
traction
Beamers they're
control,
talking about.
Wheelie control. Yeah, they have
Wheelie control?
wheelie control, which is very handy.
Does it make you do a better wheelie?
Yeah, it actually lifts the bike up. Two little wheels come down and it raises the front end.
It has two buttons that says little wheelie or big wheelie, and you just push the button and you do a wheelie. Russell Roberts says traction control would be great to have.
Yes.
It really would, and I get what you're saying, Matt.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about it on a bike, whether it's necessary or not.
It is, because when you take off, we ride in all conditions, and
Yeah.
if
Spin it over a
you come across a painted
line,
line, and
Yes.
it will save you from high side and or going low side.
Or you over throttle in a corner in the middle somewhere in a slick corner. It does what it's supposed to do. It works
Yeah,
good.
it is amazing. But I get what you're saying. I'm a little bit hesitant, especially on a bike, because you're like, I'm going to lose the feel of it. I feel when my back, I do.
Yeah,
on
oh,
our
yeah.
police course right now,
Yeah.
I'll come out of a pattern hot and I'll feel my back go just a little bit, and I know I'm right on the edge, and I can feel that. With traction control, you don't really know where you're at. And the funny thing about traction control is it honestly makes a lot of people drive like shit because they drive way over their head.
Right.
And I see people in the winter, I'm like, I know that car can do that because it has traction control, but when it's time to stop, there is no traction control for braking, and that's the problem. People are going way faster and get reliant. They're like, well, I'm a good driver, and they don't even realize it's slick. That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
We used to know. You do brake checks, and because you're like, these days people just romp on it. These smart cars are just amazing.
Yeah, what they told us at our training facility when we started going to cars with the traction control is you can still push it too far. The computer can only do so much.
It's true.
Right.
So you push it too far, you're going to go off the road. You go off the road straighter than you would have maybe in the past, but you're going off the road.
Yeah, and I think that's getting better over time too.
Yeah,
to
it is.
that bar, right,
Right.
is going up and up. So
Yeah.
I'm excited because it's finally. That's me personally. I don't know what you all think about it there, but I'm happy that they finally. That to me is a sign that hopefully it will go over in their first model here. It will start bleeding over into our combustion, our regular line of Harley-Davidson combustion engine bikes. So,
Are you going to go into the charging? I see that's the next thing.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
reason I ask is the question was asked in the
Yep, just
chat.
came up
so
right
who
now.
asked it?
Joe Veras. And since I see it's next on our page to talk about, I imagine you're going to flow into that. But he asks if there's a separate charger like you need on a golf cart, meaning does it have a special plug or can you just plug it in anywhere?
Okay, good question. So let's roll right into that. So the onboard battery pack, which we talked about where it's located, it'll give you a range of 110 miles, all right? And don't get that confused. Let me pull this up real quick, Lurch, so we can properly do this. So we're gonna have to roll into
I've been
that
hitting this water
in a minute.
kind of hard, guys.
Yeah,
If I get out of
careful.
control, I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
with the water.
I know.
Did you like the electric things in my glasses on that?
Yeah, I really did. I was gonna wear my glasses
On the video?
today. Yeah.
He's had 20 ounces of water already.
Yeah,
He's going to wet himself.
I already did.
He wets the bed. He's
Yeah,
a
I do. It's
bed
cool.
wetter.
Hey, it's fine. I have rubber sheets.
The
Just threw that out there.
That way when you get the baby lotion out and start
I just
lubing up, you
rolling
can just
around.
have a good wrestling match.
a wrestling match. The onboard battery pack will give you 110 miles range. When tested, that's what I was saying about in the mixed city use. I said urban, they use those interchangeably, but it's a mixed city use, which means commuter, okay? Using a level 3 DC charger. If you're not familiar with electric vehicles, different, like Tesla has a proprietary charger that they're trying to make the standard charger. But level 3 DC charger, they are, if you Google it right now, there are level 3 chargers, but they're mostly around big cities. We pulled into our hotel last week. We went to Bellevue for a medical appointment, and the hotel, the underground parking, right when you pulled in, 4 level 3 DC chargers, and there was a bunch of Teslas too. So, you know, you see it here in Yakima, I think I Googled it, there's like 1. So
Pretty common on the west side of the state.
They are.
they are. We're a city, you know, so again, this technology is behind. But here, you know, we're a city of 100,000. We're a county of 250,000. So, you know, that just says, and we're not a small city by any means. I mean, 100,000 isn't the smallest of cities. So, and they're not readily available yet. So 110 miles in that mixed city use, I guarantee if you went on the freeway and rammed this thing at 80, especially with a headwind, 50, 60 miles, you're going to dramatically shave that. And they do say that the level 3 DC charger, which is the fastest, there's level 2, level 3, so you know what I'm talking about. A level 3 DC charger, I learned all this because I just researched, because that's what I have to do for the show and the video. But I learn a lot because of it, and I share it with you guys. The battery will charge to 80% capacity in 40 minutes. So I would say an hour would be a full charge, somewhere around there. You're going to have to do it an hour. And there's several options for charging this bike. The main level D3 DC charger is where the gas cap is. So where you fill your gas, there's a D3 level 3 DC charger plug there. All right, and that's the fast charge. That's the one that 80% in 40 minutes. Aside from the level 3, under the seat, you can actually lift the seat. There's a compartment there, and you can plug the bike into a standard extension cord in your garage. That's going to be a slow charge. You're going to plug it in overnight, go to bed, sleep 8 hours, whatever you do.
It's more of a trickle charge because you got a much smaller.
It'll charge it all, but it's a
cord
trickle.
and-
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's not a fast charge.
less
But
volts.
you come home, you're a commuter, you come home, you would never have to visit a level 3 DC charging station, because every
Right.
night you would just drive it, commute to work, run your errands, commute back, and plug it in and go to bed and get up the next day and repeat, rinse and repeat. So
Unless you want to spend the extra money and have a level 3 installed,
you can.
you can.
You can. That's an interesting
You can have it
point.
wired right
You
into
can.
your
Is it
main
is that
box.
high amperage?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
probably gonna
Hell
be
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
probably
yeah.
going to be 220 volts instead of the 110.
Yeah.
Yikes!
I don't know what that would cost to do that, but you can if you wanted the fast charge, So there you go. Does that talk enough about the charging of it and the
Yes.
range?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Very good. I think we need to do this right here. You want to do it, Lurch?
Hey, Bikeaholics! Searching for new and exciting motorcycle products? Zero 3D has just what you're looking for. Check out their wide variety of innovative products for Harley Davidson and Honda Goldwing motorcycles. Zero 3D's got your back with chrome and black parts, lighting, and other comfort products. No modifying, cutting, grinding, or welding for an easy installation. That equals less time installing and more time riding. Zero 3D has a design team with over 40 years experience with a passion for design and innovation. CAN bus made simple with a plug-and-play lighting system. They pride themselves on great customer service. Got a question? Get in touch with them via email, sales@zero3d.com, or give them a call at 715-808-0027. Check out your local Harley and Honda dealership and ask for Zero or Gold Strike parts. A new leader has emerged, so check out 3D Boy, you changed this. This is new for me. A new leader has emerged, so check out Zero 3D's custom line of Gold Strike products for Honda Goldwings. Help support us and head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store and check out our full line of Zero 3D products.
Gold Strike.
That's a new copy there.
I like the gold.
You changed her up a little bit on me.
Gold Strike.
I did because I got added the Gold Strike stuff for Honda
Yeah.
Goldwing. You know that, bro. It's the gold. I like the gold.
I'll do better next time.
Oh, you did great, dude. That's how people like this show, dude, because we aren't all perfectly polished, man.
I am.
You're not. I'll just
Quit knocking
say
me
that
down. Just build me up,
publicly
please.
right now. So what are we getting into next on this, guys, that you want to
Okay, wait. Hold on. Where to go?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Sometimes I can't read fast enough.
you can't think fast enough, I'll tell you that.
Did you see my hat? It's a nice hat.
You bring that up, I'm going to talk tires because it's quick.
Okay, go.
Yeah, I'm
The
kind of
Hardy
curious about.
Livewire-
oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. I'm curious about maintenance and what you have to do to maintain it.
I didn't even look into that, but electric vehicles by far are way
Less
They
maintenance.
just
Yeah.
don't have as
There's
many
There's
parts.
nothing in maintenance. Yeah.
Right, they're so little maintenance. I mean, you still have a belt drive on it. It's got the same belt drive. So you have some stuff, inspect that, but those last 100,000 miles.
tires,
Brakes, tires,
belts.
but motors and oil changes, all that
That's
goes.
out the window.
Yeah, dude. What are we gonna do? What's Law Abiding Biker Media gonna do, dude? We're done. I'm just gonna turn this live stream off right now because we can't even show oil change videos
Oh,
anymore. I mean, what
no.
the
Show you
fuck
how
are we
to-
gonna do,
if
dude?
there's
We'll
no
show you how
oil,
to
I'll
change your
die.
battery.
We'll show you how to change your battery.
Maybe we can change the lithium out since we're almost out of it.
Yeah, we've only got about 345 years.
we could
worth
show a
of
video with you with your
lithium left.
Yeah. We can do a video of Lurch with his shirt off, and he can touch one nipple to the positive and one nipple
yeah.
to the negative, dude, and see if it lights him
Oh,
up, dude.
wow. Or maybe we can plug him into the DC3
Right? Yeah.
charging
You can
level
touch your
stuff.
tongue on the DC3 charger, bro. Just touch your tongue. Remember the old 9
It's
volt? Just stick your tongue out, Lurch. Yeah, lab's done, dude. No, we could still do gear reviews and ride reviews, and we can still do document. We're good. I'll leave the live stream. up for
We'll all
now.
be dead and gone by the time
It becomes mainstream.
it's mainstream
Totally.
and there's no more combustion engines. It's all electric.
Yeah,
Hell-
true that.
James,
but then they'll might be like the Jetsons and flying little jets around and shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
as long as they're not lithium power, because we'll be out of it by then.
Right. Oh,
James
my
McKinley.
God.
James McKinley. He posed a good question.
Where's
which
this
is-
at in the private chat?
Yeah, in the chat. I wonder what the cost per charge would be. So there's nothing's free.
No, you
And-
talked about that a little bit in your video. didn't
Yeah.
you? The cost of charging.
No,
Oh.
what I talked about is the cost of dealerships trying to bring the
Okay.
bike, which I don't actually know what the cost of that is. Why don't you Google that while we're talking a little bit more? What does it cost for a level 3 DC charge?
I mean,
Yeah.
and
Like,
they
how much would you pay?
you can just use your card, go up there and plug in, and I think
Yeah.
it's like a charge is probably anywhere from $5 to $8.
Right.
But I'll look.
So
Yeah.
the costs are foregone. I mean, or not foregone. What's the word? There's a word for it. But maybe we're not blowing smoke out the tailpipe, but there's
Right.
other costs. And someone else brought up earlier that
Good
if we
points.
all plugged in at night on our fast charge, we'd blow the
Oh my
the
God.
infrastructure is
Yeah,
not
it's
set
not-
up for
no, it's
everyone to
not.
suck that much juice.
Correct.
So if people started wiring the
You can
level
only
3
suck
chargers,
so much juice at a time.
I knew you were going there. You know what?
What?
I
I'm being serious, dude.
don't. You know what? I got nothing right now. I need to drink my water.
Good questions. Yeah, good questions coming up in the chat. Thanks, guys. Yeah, 30K. Joe Vera says, so 30K just to drive to work and back. Totally agree. I'm not sold on the price, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later and some of my thoughts on that as we keep moving along, because this subject could go forever. But
Yeah,
All
I
right.
don't understand why they did that. That doesn't make any sense. I get why they're making the electric bike, but I don't get why they would. It's not an ultra touring.
I know. Let's hold that.
Okay.
I do. Let's do specs, and then I want to get into marketing, price, and all that. All right. So let's go continue on. The Hardy Livewire comes with Harley-Davidson Michelin Scorcher sports tires, which were designed exclusively for the Livewire to enhance the ride and handling. It has a 180 millimeter rear and 120 millimeter front. So here's something I want to talk about real quick. I'm trying to think if there's anything else on the we can talk about that. Yeah, I mean, as far as the powertrain and all that, I think we've hit some of the top of it. So here's one of the things I brought up on my video. It comes with the infotainment system, so to speak, guys. And I already heard people cringe when I said that.
I like that
Everybody
part
in the
of your
Hardy
video.
community is like,
Oh.
and not the second attempt at a completely. Well, they partner with Panasonic. We all know the boombox infotainment system. although we make videos on it to help bikers use it to the best of its ability. We've made tons of, if you guys haven't seen those videos, I'll try to link to them in the show notes for this episode. But, it's been up and down with the boombox, a lot of down. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh God, what are they doing here? And so they did it. They went and put this, let me see what it is. I had it there. Comes with an infotainment system. It's on the handlebars, up in the middle of the handlebars. It's kind of a all electronic, of course, for your speedometer and all that. It's made by Panasonic, the way I understand it. So I'm glad they didn't partner with Harman Kardon again, who made the boombox, because everybody's frustrated with that whole marriage right there. We hope the system actually works, unlike the boombox. Like I say, the Livewire Info, it's a 4.3 touch screen, full color LCD. It has integrated GPS, speed, range, battery status, turn-by-turn navigation, music, alert information, and more. So it's a full, what you'd expect in this day and age as an infotainment system. I just really hope it works. This is the part that I was kind of pissed about, I think you're talking about in my video, is they tagged a monthly fee for this thing. So if you want to pay a monthly subscription fee, which they won't announce yet because this bike's only for pre-order, they said that there's going to be a monthly subscription for cellular telematics connectivity powered by Panasonic. You'll be able to connect to your Livewire through the Harley-Davidson app using your smartphone. You'll be able to remotely see your battery status, the location of the Livewire, so if it gets ripped, you can see where it's at. And if it's being tampered with, if somebody starts moving it or sitting on it, you'll also be able to, within the app, find charging stations nearby. Hardy says the service will be free. Of course, rope you in for the first year, and then F you after that. And it's a paid subscription. So
is it necessary to have? That sounds like it's additional. It doesn't sound like you have to have it.
You don't.
Based on what that
but you're going to
is.
not have a lot of the functionality. And here's what I'm going to tell you. My gut tells me, because this is limited information on this Livewire right now. Not even dealerships know all the information. My gut tells me is if you want that internal GPS, you're going to be paying for that subscription service. So basically, if you don't pay for the subscription service, you got an electronic speedometer and something that can play your music.
But here's what I don't understand
Speed,
about
range, you'll get the basics, but you won't get, that's my gut tells me, is they're going to charge you for the GPS portion of it. Anyways, go ahead.
What I don't get about all that is you're putting a bunch of electrical crap on an electrical bike. So in a car, we can have a bunch of electronics because the alternator charges the battery, and the battery.
Can you call it a battery, please?
Battery, please. I'm going to call it the battery. But in an electric bike, there's nothing to charge the battery.
Right. I know.
And so what?
So it's sucking juice.
It's sucking
but how
more
much
juice.
does it really suck? I can't even keep. I was asking a serious question, but it didn't sound.
Some
good.
of the hybrid cars actually have some systems
regen
on board. Yeah, that regen.
When they brake.
You hit the brakes and it actually charges up the battery.
I didn't see that.
I don't see that on
those
this.
No. I think that's a lot of equipment.
It's
to
probably
put on
too
a
big.
motorcycle.
Yeah.
Right.
I just
Right.
wonder when you're talking about running that electric motor, how much the additional electronic speedometer takes from the battery. I mean, what? Oh, I could have got 111 miles, but shit, I wouldn't have
One
had that.
less.
If you're stranded in the
I was
desert,
gonna say it's
at
one less
110
mile.
That's why you don't take this bike to the desert. This
One
is a
less
commuter
mile
bike.
I got to walk when the piece of crap goes out.
This is a big city bike, so if you break down, you can walk to a convenience store within 10 feet. Yeah, this is a commuter big city bike.
I think Anthony said just carry a 500-mile extension cord. You'll be fine.
I agree.
You can plug in anywhere.
Or you could have somebody follow you in with a trailer, and you could just tether off the trailer full of batteries, dude. That would be pretty sweet. We
Well,
could do a video
You
on
could
that.
make a trailer that, as it turns the wheels, it's generating power.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just got your own little generator back behind you.
Or we could just put some pedals on it. And if you run out of battery, you can just pedal around.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know why they did. They just put a mechanical speedometer on it and a brake lever and all good.
I looked up the.
It's funny. Joe Vera says, "Why would you?" In the chat says, "Why would you even need GPS for a 60-mile range?" It's
Where are you
totally a
gonna
good
go?
point.
That's
I
true.
didn't even think of that point. You're right. You're right. I guess. I mean, I get it. It's funny, but yeah, like if I was in a big city and didn't know where I was going, but how the fuck would you get? You'd have to trailer it there because you wouldn't have enough miles to get there. So yeah, it's an interesting point, Joe. Thank you.
I looked up the cost, which for charging, which will send us down another rabbit trail when we talk about costs. And if you're getting one of these, are you trying to actually save money by using a rechargeable bike versus gasoline? But it looks like it's about, like I said, $5 to $8 to charge a car. So I don't know what it'd be to charge a bike. Let's say $5 to charge a bike,
Sure.
and it goes 110 miles. But
in a mixed city use,
3 gallons of gas will get you there. And
Right.
what's that going to cost you at the most?
I don't think it's about saving money at
It's
this
not.
point. It's not.
It's really
It's
not.
only
In
about the
fact, I think
environment.
Not
it's-
even the Tesla. Look what they charge for a Tesla.
I think
Right.
you're losing money.
It's a novelty.
Yeah.
I think,
It's an
and I said in my
environmental
video,
thing.
it's an environmental thing. It's a novelty. It's early adopters of a technology that will be something someday,
Sure.
but it's still its infancy, and it's just not widely accepted yet. So I don't know that you're actually saving a bunch of
I
money.
don't think so.
But if you think about it, at 110 miles, you don't have to buy tires as much.
You
'cause
can
can't
charge
go
it,
as
right.
far. There's no oil to change or
Yeah. You're saving a lot of money there.
on other stuff. So
Right.
maybe break even.
I don't think it pencils out.
Yeah,
If he did it like for 75 years, it might.
right. If you rode the bug,
You're
But you don't even
you're
know
a
how
real
long-
downer
It's a
today.
You don't even know how
pessimist.
long that battery's going to last.
That's interesting
That's
too.
true.
Like, what's the life of those, and what does it cost? That's like replacing your motor. You know.
Yeah, I didn't
I mean,
even
that's
see
the lifeblood of that thing.
I didn't see anywhere what the expectation on this battery
Don't know.
was.
I don't think they quite know.
Like the
I will-
hybrids.
hey, I'll Google it while we're talking.
Okay. See if
Yeah,
can
you need
find
to
it.
Google over there.
Average life of a lithium battery.
So that's it on the infotainment system. The Harley Livewire comes in 3 colors: Fuse, Yellow Fuse, and Vivid Black. It's available for pre-order and will release in August 2019. Not all dealerships are opting in to carry the Livewire, and I'll tell you why. Our local dealership is, and I talked to them because in order for the dealerships to opt in, they got to put a bunch of money up front. The reason is they need infrastructure, and in order to carry it, obviously they have to have a couple level 3 DC chargers.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to sell a bike, customers might go, now where do I charge this? Fuck, I don't know. There's
Yeah.
no,
That's your problem.
yeah, they have to Hardy. And so a lot of the dealerships are like, no, we are not forking out to have infrastructure put at our dealership. What up?
According to
years.
the Gurgle, it says the average life expectancy of a new car. Wait, never mind. Wrong thing.
All right.
Is that electric car?
Did you take hints from Oscar to give the wrong information?
Yeah.
That's
Just
why I
make
stopped.
shit up. Mm-hmm.
You guys are really picking on me a lot tonight, and it hurt my feeling. No, it didn't. I don't have any, but it's fine.
You're right. We love
No,
you.
that's just a regular car battery. 8 years. Let me keep Googling.
Damn, I've never found a car battery the last 8 years. So maybe Harley will make special, extra expensive charging stations they'll put around.
Right. Yeah, of course. If it has an HD stamp level 3 charging DC, that'll be $20 instead of $5.
Yeah, right.
Because it'll have an HD logo on the
plug.
handle that you plug in.
Well, it says most dealers are offering a 8-year, 100,000-mile warranty on the batteries.
No, all right. Well, that's fair enough.
Russell Roberts brings up a good point in the chat. He says, "Will you be able to even buy a battery for this one in 5 years?" This
Yeah, who knows?
is a beta bike. He's right. It's a beta bike. Very good point. You're right, Russell. There will be many improvements very rapidly now that they got their first one on the ground as a beta model. You're going to see significant improvements. Well, you already have. I mean, look at Tesla. I mean, they
Yeah, right.
have. They are really cutting edge. And motorcycles too. You're going to see. I mean, it is the wave of the future. I'm not saying it's going to take away the gasoline engine at this point. We'll talk about that, but it is the future. So good comments. Yeah, Harley Holmes. I wonder if the HD charging station will be free.
Yeah, right.
If I was a betting man, I'm betting that because I know Harley that they will stick it to you somehow.
Absolutely.
I just feel like they will. What other do they offer free? I've never got anything free from Harley Davidson.
It'll go like this. Only charge your genuine Harley Davidson Livewire with the genuine Harley Davidson.
Oh my God, about spit my whiskey, dude.
Extension cord.
Oh, that is exactly how that's exactly what the instructions are. Where you can only charge this within a Harley Davidson approved extension cord,
And it's going to be orange and black, of course.
and
That's
they'll
right.
sell it for your shop. You cannot charge that with a
Oh,
Home
yeah.
Depot cord. You need-
No. And then we'll have Harley Davidson breakers in your breaker box.
correct. Ours
Because
has
they
a
are
special
genuine-
mesh. Oh my God, dude,
Genuine
good
Harley
point.
Davidson breakers.
Oh, imagine the electrical accessories for this.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, dude.
Wow.
Good point, Oscar. That's hilarious, man. Gary Jackson said, I asked Black Hills HD if they were going to get Livewire. Nope. Too much distance to places. Yeah. Here and there and not going to get the charging stations. Yeah. It's a limited. I kind of looked the map up. You can see on the Harley site, you can go pre-order one and you can find one in different area codes. There's only a couple in Washington State. I think Spokane. I can't remember, but yeah. So that's an interesting, good call. All right. We're going to get, now that we've kind of gone through, did you guys see anything else we want to talk about the actual performance of this bike, or do you think I mean, it's fast.
Yeah.
I want to test ride it. I
Yeah.
really do want to test ride it, but I don't know if I don't know how many there's going to be. I don't know if they're going to let people test ride them, and I would really like to do a test ride video on it. I'd like to have it for
Be tough to get your hands on one for
at
that
least a
long.
half a day, especially to film.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I got the FXDR. I did a video on the FXDR 114. They allowed me to have it for 5 hours, but I would like to at least ride one. But I would also like to actually test it and report back and get make a cool video out of it. But I don't know, guys. We'll see what 2019 brings and just how much they're gonna if they're gonna allow people and kind of pimp those things out. If they want to sell it, they better have them available
I
for
wonder if
people.
you'll be able to rent 'em.
If they want to convert people to electric,
They're gonna
they
have to have
better. Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, time's gonna. They're for pre-order right now, so time will tell. All right, read that after this. Are you searching for the easiest and quickest detachable luggage system for your motorcycle? Rick Rack has just what you're looking for. Forget all those frustrating straps and bungee cords. They can come loose and slap your paint.
Slap your paint.
Check out one of Rick Rack's awesome quick attach strapless luggage rack systems. That's right. This father-son team has designed something really special you can't find anywhere else. Yep, and these guys ride, so they truly understand the needs of bikers. The Rick Rack quick attach system is strong, durable, secure, with a lockable system. Also, check out their full line of quality touring bags to accompany your quick detach system. Once you use Rick Rack, you'll never go back. What are you waiting for, Bikeaholics? Head over to Law Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of Rick Rack systems and bags. And that's, in fact, what we filmed today. They've got some new improvements to the Rick Rack system. Street Glide, Road Glide, we got it for your full touring on top of your trunk. We actually did Oscar's bike today, and that's what we're filming all day. So that video, look forward to that video coming out on the YouTube channel. There's some great information for you on the Rick Rack system. So what's so funny?
You throw the comment out there, but don't say who said it.
All right. So I wonder if there'll be a genuine HD vibrator accessory that you could plug in.
Nice, dude.
And can you imagine this?
Could be a selling point to California. Oh my God, dude. That's
Only
hilarious.
trust your lady to a genuine electric HD vibrator.
That's right. That's right. It's orange.
That could
orange
be a
and
real
black.
good
Orange
selling
and black.
point.
It's orange and black, dude, with an embossed HD
Yeah.
logo, dude.
Honey, you'll love this bike. Nope, just sit back. A little farther. A little farther.
There it is.
It's electric. Zzz, dude, yeah, straight up. There we go.
Holy.
You didn't know I had that.
I did not know you had that.
That's just. I don't even know why I have that on the soundboard, dude.
I think it was.
I use it every once in a while. I'm keeping it on there.
Well,
Who doesn't like to hear that?
remember that story about the guy that got an erection when he'd ride his BMW?
He would get a proprietism. Is that what it's called?
I think that's why he had that one. That was a long time ago. You'd have to go back in the vault to find that episode.
Or maybe we're just perverts. That's likely. All right, let's keep going. This is great information, great comments in there. All right, so let's talk about cost. We can go round table real quick, or do you want me to start?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Cost, it is $30K. I think it's a lot for a beta bike. I think it's going to really affect their ability to sell this model. Again, I don't think Harley really gives a shit about that. They're not really looking at, that's why they're pre-ordering it, okay? They got nothing to lose by pre-ordering it, right? So they want to get this out there. It's their first bike into the electric. They're excited about it. They want to at least say, hey, we're in the game. We're in the game with electric bikes. We're going to go from here. We're going to build it up. I think a lot of more people would have been interested if they would have had it around the $20K mark. I think that would have been easier for people to swallow with that price. But again, I don't think that they were making it that they expect that bikers are all of a sudden going to switch over to electric. This is a niche bike. One of the things I want to talk about before I get off price is I didn't mention is the riding position. This is a commuter bike. It's got mid controls. I'm telling you, I said it in my video. This is not a comfortable bike, guys. This is a commuter. It's set up like a sports bike. You sit a little more upright, but your knees are locked back. You're not going to do any, especially a guy like me, I said on the video, my knees would absolutely lock up at any distance on this thing. It's a racer. It just reminds me of that position of a sports bike. So this is not a, obviously with the range, it's not a long distance bike. It's not a touring bike. This is a niche bike. It's an urban commuter. And again, the price is going to keep a lot of people from getting it. But I think a lot of people that have extra money and want some fun bike and to be early adopters and to have status. And I don't mean if you go get one that you're some rich guy that just wants status. I think there will be some normal people that maybe green people that are like, I'm okay with that. I want to go green. I want a Harley. I think it's their introduction to the market, and they just wanted to put it out there. I don't think they were expecting to get rich off this bike, but I am disappointed. I think they could have got it into more hands quicker and make a bigger impact on its presence in the motorcycling world if they could have kept that price down. But I wasn't involved in the manufacturing and how much went into it. I don't know all that. So there's my deal on the price.
Yeah, 30,000 is quite a bit when you think of what else you can get for that.
A Street Glide special?
Oh yeah, fully decked
Correct.
out.
Yeah. I think
with
mine-
with the extended warranty and all
Correct.
kinds of crap, you know.
Yep.
So that's a pretty tough pill to swallow, especially when you look at the bike and you look at the size of it. And like you said, it's not set up for touring. It's definitely a commuter bike. It just, I think the price is going to throw a lot of people off. With that said, I mean, you look at that versus the Zero, the Harley bike here has quite a bit more quality parts on it, like the brakes and everything. It's not a piece of junk like the other one. So it is built, I think, to a higher standard. But I think for me, anyways, 30K is just too much.
Oscar, what say you?
I was taking a nap
Oh my
for a
God.
minute.
30K.
Well, I don't. I'm trying to think of the advantages. I think you're right. You guys are right. 30K is too much. There's some more other advantages like not warming it up, right? Like
Oh,
just
yeah,
jumping
thank
on
you.
it right away. So if you're a commuter,
Now's the time
or,
to just clean up everything.
yeah, I'm thinking, all right, if I'm a 20-something dude, I agree with the city urban thing. If I'm a 20-something dude in the city with a pretty good job and an apartment.
So you're a millennial. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that guy.
All right.
You know, I might dump 30K on that versus a car. There's a lot of advantages to that, and I could park it wherever and it's quiet, so I can ride whenever I want. I don't bother my neighbors. But like in general, 30K, it's too far. 15 maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
15. I wouldn't buy that for a commuter for 15. I'd buy a Honda Magna or something for 1,500.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean?
No, and I get it.
I don't know. I don't know who they're trying to market it to. I know why they're going into the market, but I don't know who they're trying to market that to.
I don't think they are. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they had any expectation of,
Why would you do that?
because they need to get in the electric bike world to help the company survive into the future. Mm-hmm.
You want to know what the MSRP on a 2019 Toyota Prius is? $23,700.
Wow.
And you can take like all three of us in that,
All right.
mostly.
Yeah, spend 11, get a Sportster, you know? Yeah, it would have to be that you wanted to get in the electric game. You have to be a real, guy that just loves electric and thinks it's better for the environment, whatever. We're not even going to, we don't have time to go down that road.
That
It's a niche. It's such a niche bike.
Why would you do that? Why would you jump into the electric bike that way? Are you hoping that and I love Keanu Reeves, but are they hoping Keanu Reeves will buy one and ride it in every movie he's going to be in for the next 10 years so everyone sees it and goes, ooh, I want that?
Right.
That doesn't make any damn sense.
No, like I said, I revert back to what I said. This is an introduction to the market. This isn't about selling a ton of these to people. It was about, that's why they're pre-ordering it. Okay, that's a hint.
No, I get that.
You know-
why would they go into the market on top
I agree.
and trickle
with that
down?
part.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I get what you're saying, and I agree 100%. But why do you? There's not that much competition.
Right.
All they had to do is top
Zero.
Zero by a little bit.
They topped them big time.
I know that. Yeah,
to
they went all
me.
in. They went all
Right.
in, but then I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
It is. It's a very interesting thing. And on that note, I think they're still failing big time at connecting with their audience. And I know electric bike isn't necessarily going to connect at all with their audience, so I get that, guys. Again, just look at this for what it is. It's like Russell said, it's a beta bike. They're getting into the market, but I think they're failing miserably. They had they announced this at CES. You know what that is, Lurch?
No.
Oh,
Probably
Russell, he doesn't know what CES
It's probably
is.
some nerd thing that
Yeah.
nerds go to.
It's the Consumer Electronics Show. It's the biggest electronic show.
Well, I was
Eggheads.
right.
It's
Big
in
nerds,
Vegas.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was right.
That's where they announced this thing.
It
where
is
they said
electric,
they're
yeah.
coming out. They went to the
You
consumer.
go to CES, I'll go to SEMA.
Yeah, right. Okay. I'll
See,
go to both.
I'd go
Yeah.
to SHOT Show. How's
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
You go to
The
shit
shot,
show.
the shot
Hey,
show.
hey, don't make me come across this
We'll
table.
go to SEMA and then we'll go to the shot
I
show.
don't even
That's
know,
cool.
I don't
All
want to
right.
know what shit show is, but
What?
Yeah,
The
look at-
shot
Russell
show.
says, "Oh my god." Anyways, Consumer Electronic Show. It's in Vegas. It's the biggest electronic show. It's amazing. I forget how many acres it is of buildings and stuff. But that's where they announced this, where it's for pre-order. Blah blah blah. They're just doing a horrible thing at marketing. And I said it back on the FXDR. I did a rant on it on YouTube. You remember all the comments that got, Matt, about their failure. They should have invited people. And, influencers and things like that to this bike and get it in people's hands. They did none of that. They just kind of half-assed it. And look at us at CES. We're announcing a new bike, and you don't really see. We're having to dig. Even here at this channel, I had to dig to find information about it. I want to share with people and do a video. It's just, they just go about it all wrong, and their marketing team is horrible, and they're not focusing on the change of how that environment, the advertising commercial environment has changed. It's not. That's how they used to do it 10 years ago, and that worked.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't work in today's. If you want to get this, and you want to get it to people, you need to get it to people that are in the biker communities. You need to get it in those influencers and those niches, and get it out there to really let people see, touch, feel it. Those kind of things. They're very snobbish when it comes to that, and it's going to hurt them, and it's going to hurt them on this bike if they should already be having these things out and available, and get them out to the community, basically, instead of they're just going to do it like normal, and a few people will buy it and put it in their garage. And it's a horrible, horrible way for their marketing to do business in this day and age. Anyways, so I just think they're failing heavy on that too, and this just proves it again to me. So, all right, let's talk about what's up, Oscar?
One of the fellers said, guess what other convention is going on during NerdFest, aka CES? The porn convention.
Oh my God, dude!
It's to balance the universe.
Okay, well,
right? Nerds, porn.
That's when I went down to CES. I told my wife it was for CES. So can we not? Can we not make that public knowledge? Whoever said
Sorry,
that,
okay? I retract all of that.
CES. Okay, say it with me. CES. All right. Yes, honey. It's an electronic show.
all nerds.
There is a lot of electronics involved, but they're vibrators.
And we're back to the vibrators.
Yeah, straight back to the vibrator stand at CES. Straight up, dude. Got some models there. Just all right, that's ridiculous.
I think the price tag is too high. In fact, Brian Bollinger in here says every millennial I talk to says not interested.
Yeah,
for $30K.
And that's
I don't think millennials aren't actually, and I get we said that. Millennials, a lot of them aren't even driving cars. They're just a different. And for you to go, go buy a $30,000 electric bike, they're like, excuse me, I'll just grab an Uber and
I can do a lot of Ubering for $30K.
Or I'll carpool with my 4 friends. I mean,
in our Prius.
Millennials aren't in. Let's not go down the millennial road. But I agree. I don't think this is even marketed. I said it, and I'm telling you, it's a niche bike. It's a novelty. Right now, it's a novelty, and there's going to be a few people with that. If I had money, if I won the lottery tomorrow, had a couple mil, I would go out and pre-order one right now. I would love to have it in my garage and go ride it. I think it would be a blast. It looks like a blast.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool looking bike if you're looking aesthetically at it. I really like what the design team did with it. I think it's badass. Am I ready to switch to electric? Well, fuck no. I mean, no, it's not even close to ready for prime time electric bikes. But of course, I would have it. I'm going to keep all my gas bikes, but for an extra bike, of course. Yeah.
I think I'd look like a monkey fucking a football on that thing.
Well, you do on a road glide, let alone on that thing, dude, you big bastard.
Yeah, I just don't know that it's a big
They'd have to have
an
XL size for you.
That's right. Yeah, Livewire XL.
Right, dude. Yeah,
Instead of 110 miles, that'd be about 50 miles with my big ass on it.
Well, you know what? That's a good point, actually, because what is that, like, load carrying capacity at 110 miles at 40 miles an hour? Every time you stop and start, you use a shitload more electricity because I'm fat and it takes more to get me moving.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if you get the 110 mile range if you're 450 or something. You get 10 miles. You know what? We love our patrons. We would love to have you as a patron member if you're listening in podcast format, because we want to get to know you better. We want to live chat with you. We want to hear what you have to say. We want you in that private Facebook group, but we never balk at a flat donation if that's how you choose to support us. So Roger Blinn of Hampton, New Hampshire, Elias Casanas of Lawrenceville, Georgia, and Stephen Stratton of Stockton, California. I know that name. There you go. Substantial donation. Also a top tier he is. Unbelievable.
That
Unbelievable. Lawabidingbiker.com/donate if that is how you choose to support us. We absolutely love it. Helps put a little fuel in the Law Abiding Biker gas tank so we
and keep this baby rolling on down the road.
All right. And just looking through the chat, and then we're going to kind of wind it down here.
Livewire XL's 45K.
Oh, there's Robert Taylor. Was he here at the beginning?
He wasn't. He popped in about halfway
Hey,
through.
Robert, I just wanted to tell you at the beginning of this, you weren't here, but we opened your package live, and we showed all the T-shirts that you gave us. And so God bless you, man. We appreciate it. We showed the backs of them and everything. So it'll be for replay for you patron members. Again, if you're a patron member, even if you're not listening live, you couldn't make the live event, this will still be in the back end of your patron account where you can access this thing, and it will eventually in some time will go out in podcast format. So don't forget that benefit. I think also, Lurch, I'm going to put some, like when we record some other ones, even though we don't do them live sometimes, I might play with doing them video, record it video anyways, and then do a quick upload and put it in the back of the patron account. So even though we didn't do live, they can still get it months before we might play with some of that guys too. So always check your patron accounts and see what we're posting. A lot of it is public stuff, both, but there's a lot of hopefully content like this that's behind that wall that only you have access to. So we're always playing and toying around with things here, trying to make it better for the community in general, but also some extra benefits for the patrons, like those codes. We're putting store codes in the private Facebook group and all that. So, all right. With that said, let's wrap it up. Any final thoughts or things we didn't cover, Oscar? I know you had some thoughts about this. Weren't you talking about the electric motor earlier, about something about it?
Oh, that's just that they're cool. The torque is instant. There's no lag time, and there's no RPM build up, and there's no warm up, and there's none of that. So I mean, as far as motors go, it's super efficient, but they're not for that.
Right.
Not for cars and bikes, they're not as good.
Speaking of
for bikes,
lithium batteries, this has lithium. All right. And so I wonder, we did the lithium battery tests and videos without getting into detail. We talked about when they're cold, they tend to go to sleep.
Right.
They go dormant, and you got to wake them up, put power to
Right.
them. I wonder what systems they have built in that thing. If it's it seems like it would kind of be the same, like if it's left out in the cold, that kind of stuff wasn't really discussed. And I know with a regular lithium battery, that can be the case. It's rare.
But it's a possibility.
But it's a possibility that these things, if it's a cold environment, that you're going to have to turn the ignition on for a minute for it to really wake the battery back up so it's ready for cranking. And cranking amps. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so how do we as consumers, because this is a typical bullshit thing with Harley. Damn it, I wasn't going to cuss.
He cussed.
I just did.
By the way, you cussed at the very first get-go, right out the gate, you said shit.
Shit.
And we can back all the way up and replay it if
Damn
you'd like
it,
to. But
I totally
your
failed.
actual
I totally failed.
first sentence, you said, I'm not cussing on this one. And then right out the
get night, dude, fake news.
I failed.
Fake news.
I am a worthless
all night he's
pile.
been fake news, dude.
Worthless pile. But we as consumers have no idea, and the techs might not even know the answer to that question. Hey, what do I do if this goes to sleep? If I commuted to the next, the town next door because I had to work, and then I was going to plug in, and my bike won't wake up.
And I don't think you can bump start it like a gas motor. You can't get her
there's
going and pop the clutch.
There's no clutch.
Right. That would be
so. And then
an
you
issue.
call Harley and you go, "Hey, what? I don't know." And they're like, "What? Like typical? Oh, can you bring it down to the dealership?" No, I can push it down there, maybe or whatever. I mean, yeah, lithium's not.
You could do the Back to the Future thing. I need 85,000 gigawatts at the strike of midnight.
What happens when the Russians hack into your bike and take over
Oh,
it?
dude! And then you're like, "I'm riding, but I'm not riding."
It's Russian collusion.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's Russian collusion. All right. We're so off topic. No, it is an interesting point. That's another thing that the dealerships are going to have to bring on board is training. That's part of it. That package and that infrastructure is a whole bunch of training.
Right.
Because you got service techs that have done nothing. Think of our techs down at our local dealership. Nothing but gas engine
forever.
And
these are not
since
easy.
dirt was invented. You know, I mean, right after dirt was invented.
Yeah. Horses, then gas motors. Oh, this is a complicated motor thingy. It's not like the other gas motors. Like you can't just Yeah, right.
You can't just redo
new pistons. Just pop in pistons and jugs and call it good.
That's going to be the interesting, and then we got to wrap it up. See, we could go down roads, but that's another interesting thing is as they move into some electric, a lot of what Harley is not selling you the bike. it's selling you all the shit afterwards.
Right.
Up and, putting the stage 4 kits on it and the motors and the pistons and all the parts to make it faster and louder and pipes. And you just completely, you don't do any of that with an electric motor.
No, wait, no.
What?
Genuine HD magnets.
Right.
You can get genuine oversized HD magnets
Here
for
we
your
go.
electric motor.
Here we go.
And genuine,
Soup it up.
And
Soup
genuine
it
like
up.
8 mil copper wire instead of 6 mil copper wire. or
Maybe
whatever.
eventually you'll be able to get stage 2 batteries. You know what I'm saying, dude? You get a stage 2 or stage 3. Oh, I guarantee HD will do it. And then you'll be able to go 120 miles and 120 miles an hour instead of 110. I'm serious, dude. They're going to have to do something because that's where Hardy makes a lot of their money. They,
No heated grip, no heated seat, takes too much power.
No, you're drawing
No.
power away. You wouldn't want to do
yeah,
that.
you couldn't.
at this point,
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
Stage 2 battery.
Ross Tome says, Ryan, don't wait too long. The bike will be discontinued before you release the podcast, basically, is what he's saying. Yeah. Yeah. Or when a Tesla owner rips the cord out of your live wire at the public charging station. Yeah. Yeah. That,
I don't know.
Nice.
I don't think it's. I mean, I see some benefit, but not a 30K.
heavy duty brushes,
Oh,
says
that's
Joe.
right. Genuine heavy duty brushes.
no
yeah.
doubt.
I know they'll make
Buy
instead of a 3-pole, you can get a 4-pole. That would be the whatever. What is it? Stage 4 pole upgrade.
There you go. Yeah. Stage
so your
4 pole.
magnets spin faster.
Yes,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Oh, I guarantee it. The Gucci pilot says, and I always forget who that is because it's
Darren.
not his name. Okay. He says, buying a genuine HD latte with your live wire. Yeah. Oh, God. Here we go, guys. We got to get out of here eventually.
Final thoughts?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. What's your final thoughts? You started this time, and then we're out of here, dude.
Well, I've got a couple thoughts. One, I think you already mentioned it earlier. If money wasn't an option, why the hell not? If it wasn't an option, I could afford it, and
If money grew on trees, Lurch.
if I could shoot money out my ass,
I'd like to see that.
Gross.
Not your ass,
we just
but the
need
money.
To, yes,
shooting
that's
out.
exactly what you said.
would I get one? Why not? It would not replace my regular Harley, with the internal combustion engine.
Talk
because
about that. Do you think?
I don't
should
think
we have
you'll
anything
ever-
to worry about? Because we've seen some of the
No.
comments on YouTube. Do
No.
we have anything to worry about? Because some Hardy people are freaking out. Oh my God, this isn't a Hardy. Oh my
No.
God, what? You know.
No, Harley
No,
didn't
we're-
come out and say that every bike they're making now has an electric motor in it. This is just an option. So, being that it's an option, if money wasn't an issue, I'd buy one. Why not? But for me, it doesn't have the same soul that a motorbike has. With the gas and the oil and the sound. I mean, it's just not quite the same. You know what I'm saying? So if I had the money and I lived in an urban environment where I just ride a few miles to work and that's all I was doing, why not? But I wouldn't get rid of my motor to get an
Right.
gas motor to get an electric motor. You know what I'm saying? So
I do, totally.
it would be a fun option. I just don't think electric cars are there yet. Someday they might be, but for me, too much money and not enough distance. So for me, it's a pass.
Nice.
Well
Go,
said,
Oscar.
bro. My only thought on this damn thing is, if it keeps Harley in business, and it should, they need to diversify. Then it keeps all Harleys on the road. Gas isn't going away. So if they sell this and it helps them branch out and keeps the company strong, great. And then we'll get our gas motors because they're not going away.
Yep.
That's
Well
it.
said. Well said. Yeah, I'll just wrap up by some of the points I made. It does look fun. If you got some extra cash, go get it. It would be great. It would be fun. I can't wait to ride it. Do I think it's better than a gas? Hell no, not even close. But the instant torque, I have ridden an electric bike on the police course. It was fun. It's just a different experience. But I'm just as happy to get off it and get back on my gas engine as I was to get on it and ride it to say I had, if that makes sense. It's kind of a novelty thing. I think you'll see some people with these. I think they'll try to. I hope Hardy pulls their head out of their ass and starts marketing like other companies and using the current modern ways to get your products out to actually connect with the people in the communities that actually use your stuff and pay for your stuff instead of being this stuck up company still out here, doing commercials that worked 10 years ago. I hope they do that. It would really help their company overall, not just the Livewire specifically, but as they're, trying so hard, it seems in their minds to keep Hardy going and to get these new demographics, and these different people, they got to get in there and get their hands dirty, and they're not doing that. They're still out here, and the community's over here, if that makes sense. So I think they're failing with the live wire there again, but I think they need to get in the market. I think they have to make this move, guys. Whether you like electric, whether you'll ever ride an electric bike, it's not about that. It's about, like Oscar said, the validity as we go into the future with Harley-Davidson. They have to be innovative. They have to try new things. If they just did what they did for the last 15 years, they're out of business, guys. And we don't all want that, because we do. Whether we make fun of Harley or not, we love our Harley-Davidson motorcycles. You know, we love Indians. We got guys, you know, we love all motorcycles, but especially here, a lot of you own Harleys. And so we bought them for a reason, and we want that to continue into the future. And not only with the live wire, but the gas motors. We want those to continue them to innovate. And we want traction control in, you know, some of us in the gas motors. And so this is all part of that big puzzle. Gas motors aren't going away. If you never even bat an eye at the electric, it won't affect the Harley community. It won't affect the motorcycle community at all. It's just they're just getting their little carrot wet into the electric. They're just dipping their carrot in,
Dipping
just
in
a
the
little
ranch,
bit,
just a little bit.
just wetting their whistle.
I think the motor company would be really upset with you saying their carrot was little.
Well, at
I mean,
this point,
that's a pretty
It is.
big assumption on your part.
it is. I agree, dude. But I'll say it again. They're getting their little carrot wet. But yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Lurch, not many high-tech rednecks have $30K for a ride down the road. Yeah.
That's true. Money would have to not be an option
Yep.
because
Yeah.
at this point it can't replace what I've got now. It's not a touring bike. I can't get on that sucker and go across the states. It's just a little commuter local option and
A novelty.
a novelty.
I think that's the one word that says what it is right now.
You can ride across the states of mind.
Ba-dum-bum.
Sorry.
That one fell short, bud.
I was hoping for
Seriously.
a bigger ending there.
Thanks, everybody, for being here in the live community. That's right. Call to action, guys. Don't get stranded, bikeaholics. That's right. Get hooked up with our Cruise Tools RTH3 roll-up travel toolkit for Harley-Davidson and American-made V-twin motorcycles, guys. That's right. Why get stranded and have your bike towed over a small repair? This quality-made toolkit has everything you need for roadside emergency repair, tested and used right here by the law-abiding
What?
biker crew.
You pressing buttons over there?
I hit a key.
Oh no!
All right. Tested and used by the law-abiding biker crew. Yep. And as our stamp of approval, get it ready. Get it all ready. That's the Cruise Tool RTH3. We brought it right to the law-abiding biker store. That's right. You can get it nothing but 5-star reviews. Big Daddy Kane and Grunt, who run the store, have them in stock on the shelf. I know for a fact because I've seen them ready to ship to you guys right freaking now.
What's that Cruise Tools going to look like for the live wire? Bunch of electrical tape.
It'd be electric tape, zip ties,
Some,
soldering gun,
side
solder.
cutters, yeah.
You'd have to have some dikes.
A little emergency lithium battery that'll get you 5 miles to the nearest level 3 DC charging station. Get it right now in the law-abiding biker store. We haven't developed it yet. It's not in there, but just go pre-order your emergency lithium law-abiding biker electric bike battery.
Well played.
And it'll be cheaper than the HD one, and it'll last longer. I'll make sure of it, guys, because that's how we roll right here, trying to take care of the biker community. Gary Jackson, great time joining the live broadcast. Thank you. Keep up the great work. Thank you, guys. I hope you
Thanks.
enjoyed the episode. I know not everybody's interested in the electric bikes, but I think we all need to at least be knowledgeable and understand the industry and where it's going. It's at least a subject matter that hopefully will tell you a little bit more about what it's about, and if you had any fears of what's going on, or anything like that, and that way, you can make an educated decision if it's something you're interested in going. But it is a long time before it is mainstream, and like Lurch said, we'll probably all be long gone before everybody's riding electric bikes around. All right.
I hope I am.
Me too.
Yeah.
Dead and gone.
Oh, right.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, that part. Yeah.
That could have gone either way.
Right. I agree.
You didn't pick up what I was putting down there, son.
Not right away, dude. All right, guys. And don't forget, you can leave us a voicemail. We really appreciate it. lawabidingbiker.com/voicemail. Right from your computer, built in your microphone from anywhere in the world for free. And we may use it as content or play it on an episode. You can email us, of course. It's all over at lawabidingbiker.com/contact, the contact form. Leave a voicemail there. That's right, guys. Don't forget, as we go into 2019 here, it's an easy way to support us, and that's rate us in iTunes and Stitcher Radio and Google Podcasts. If you're listening in Spotify, wherever you are, especially iTunes, please take the time to hit that 5-star and leave us a review, and just say how hot Lurch is or something. Say that you like his man boobs.
Just
or
got weird.
Say
here.
Lurch has great man boobs or something like that. And that video is coming where he touches one of each nipple, one to the positive, one to the negative, and we'll just see what happens.
Ride the lightning, buddy. Ride the lightning.
Can you ride it with one hand up like a cowboy and have a cowboy hat on, and just? But we gotta.
Hey, it's starting to get really weird.
Yeah, wow. We need to put that away.
We've got to put water on his nipples first. Doesn't that
What in the hell is going on in here?
All right, we're out of here, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, live audience, for being here. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the activity, amazing chat going on, and love spending time with you guys. And all right, with that said,
glad they could help us get off track.
Correct.
That was good.
I told you we'd totally get off track. Some great humor in there, and we had a good time. We always do.
Oh, yeah. The comments always help drive the show.
They really do. And I really do appreciate what you guys have to say, because it brings up great things, and it kind of leads us a little bit to maybe some things we want to talk about. So I absolutely love the interaction. With that said, we are off the air.